A blazing Louisiana afternoon greets fans in Ruston as Louisiana Tech opens the 2026 season under clear skies and a scorching 97-degree noon sun. The Bulldogs had plenty of reasons for optimism after an 8-5 campaign a year ago that ended on a high note with an Independence Bowl victory over Coastal Carolina. Now the challenge is turning that success into sustained momentum. Louisiana Tech returns a veteran nucleus led by preseason second-team All-Sunbelt senior tight end Eli Finley, a reliable target who creates matchup problems all over the field, and preseason first-team All-Sunbelt junior left tackle Hayden Chrisman, one of the conference's premier offensive linemen. Across the field, FCS Southeast, a.k.a. Northwestern State, would love to spoil the celebration, but opening games can often be as much about execution as emotion. For the Bulldogs, today's goal is simple: establish themselves early, protect home turf, and begin another march toward postseason football. The fans have settled in, the heat is rising, and it's almost time to let the players take center stage. It's FCS Southeast / Northwestern State and the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs coming up next.
Great to have you with us from Joe IA Stadium in Ruston, Louisiana. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Condors and the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. He comes into this game with a very potent passing offense, ranked in the top 10. But today, they face one of their stiffest opponents of the season, a top 10 passing defense.
Both ranked in the top 10 before even playing a game. That's amazing.
I'll keep you posted as the game goes on. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Bulldogs will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Condors offense will go to work first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Jukes his way for more. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll move the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Keeps it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And it'll be the Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. The Bulldogs offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. He's been a really good complementary piece to this passing attack. Miller with the ball. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Nice move to keep running. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Got it behind the line. It's Wilkerson.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Quarterback keep. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Condors have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Right back to him on the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. He's already got 46 yards for them on the ground already in this 1st quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Goes to the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Picks up the 1st down. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. The option, he'll keep it. Got a little grass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And it'll be the Condors with the 1st and 10. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Condors will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Condors!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
He'll return it. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Another incompletion on third down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Snags it and he's open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Makes his man miss. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Leaves it with the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. He has 89 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Makes a man miss. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4. And it'll be the Condors pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal. 8th play of the drive coming up. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal. They send the tight end in motion. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with him. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Condors! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect.
Not a great start, Louisiana Tech.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The run inside. It's Booth. And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Hands it off on the counter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Baker. Got it. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy completion. And that one did not work. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's King. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Second down coming up. They'll try the run. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here comes the option. He'll do it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run the counter. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is on its way. Maybe 1 notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To the air, it's Baker. Fires to the middle, and his throw is incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it down. Makes the grab. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That was a really nice throw down the field. This is a quarterback who prides himself on his downfield accuracy, and that's a play they
He's going to let it go. Grabs it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Let's see what he can do with the return. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the option. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Condors come to the line in the hurry-up.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost.
Looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Wants to throw. It's right. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's got great speed. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Trying to get away. What a weapon to be able to extend a play like that, and they stop him just a few inches short of the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Bears, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. Let's now check in on some top 25 battles today, as the landscape in this sport is truly ever-changing. Now back over to your game in Ruston. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech starts this drive as the offense goes on the attack. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
And man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
And the Bulldogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brooks.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking for space. It's Booth. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Run in the red zone, it's Brooks. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. Quarterback on the keeper.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Makes the grab on the left. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Well, Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Got enough for the first. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Rides the back and leaves it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, give on the inside. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And it'll be the Condors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's when we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. The Condors will punt it away on 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Running inside, it's Brooks. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Might as well stick with him. He breaks a tackle.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Got it, looking for the first down. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Some misdirection with the counter. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. He might want another play. The run inside. It's Booth. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quick handoff. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. There's a crease. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Condor. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, defenses have to play responsibility football, and you could tell they had the quarterback, but how about the running back? They didn't even play it off the pitch, and he takes full advantage. They constantly put this kind of stress on you with this option, and the defense, they were not where they were supposed to be, and they give up the explosive touchdown.
Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Trying to power it in.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
On the move from inside his 5. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Now on the move. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the wideout. Grab behind the line. It's Ford. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Louisiana Tech now has it in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Booth. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score, and looking for the end zone. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
Well, the offense doing their job, David. I mean, it's been up and down the field really for both of these offenses. But with that score, this is now a 2-possession game. And the question is, can their defense get a stop? Because there's still time left on the clock.
Yeah, and now it's pressure for the other offense. Now you're trailing by a couple of possessions. Got to make it happen, getting more predictable. So you're right. The defense understands the passing situation. You get a stop here, there's a good chance this football game could be over. So one defensive stop, hadn't been many this game, could change this thing.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Condors are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Wright. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Runs through the tackle. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. They want that clock to run. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Sweet cut there. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Running inside, it's Booth. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's right. He's got him in the flat. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Pulls it on the option. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Almost had the completion, just missed it. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution. You guys are going to have to do a better job individually, but that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So Louisiana Tech gets a scare thrown in them early by FCS Southeast/Northwestern State, trailing 17-0 in the 2nd quarter, but they rally to get a comfortable 38-23 win by the end of the game. Taking a look at the team stats here, Louisiana Tech had the slight edge in first downs, 22-20, had the edge in total offense, 438-304. Rushing yards, FCS Southeast had the significant edge in rushing yards, 255-123. Passing yards, Louisiana Tech had an even bigger significant advantage there, 315 yards to 49 yards. 3rd down conversion percentage, Louisiana Tech had the edge 50% to 27%. Turnovers, each team had 1 turnover. It was an interception for both teams. The 1 interception from Louisiana Tech basically gave up a touchdown. I know there was, he ran out at like the 1 yard line on the interception. There was also a fumble that was brought back for a touchdown, if I remember correctly. Anyway, time of possession battle, Louisiana Tech won that by about a minute and a half. Looking at the player stats for Louisiana Tech, Blake Baker finishes 27 of 36 for 315 yards, 3 touchdowns, that 1 interception though. For FCS Southeast, Earl Wright finishes 12 of 20 for 49 yards only. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Leading rusher for FCS Southeast, Rock Johnstone, had 20 carries for 168 yards and a touchdown. I'm trying to figure out how they had that many rushing yards. 255 rushing yards, it says there. But here in the rushing category, if it would go to rushing, there we go, 168 plus 55 gets you about, yeah, I suppose that's right. 168 yards for Rock Johnstone and a touchdown. A touchdown for Earl Wright and Zay Diego as well. Leading rusher for Louisiana Tech, they could not run the ball today. Delone Brooks, I guess, 13 carries for 47 yards. Though Mitch Booth did have 2 rushing touchdowns. He had 7 carries for 42 yards. Leading receiver for Louisiana Tech, we'll give it to Talon Shetron, 5 catches for 96 yards, though Marcus Calwise Jr., Mitch Booth, and Dylone Brooks all had receiving touchdowns. For FCS Southeast, leading receiver, I guess we'll give it to Rock Johnstone, 2 catches for 24 yards. Leading blocker for FCS Southeast was Zion Timmons with 13 pancakes. For Louisiana Tech, it was a tie between Hayden Chrisman and Ashanti Cole, each with 7 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Bulldogs, they were led in total tackles by Alonzo Jackson Jr. with 9. Colby Fields led the team in tackles for loss with 4. Donovan Riemann and Alonzo Jackson Jr. tied for the team lead in sacks with a half a sack each. MJ Moultrie II had the only interception for Louisiana Tech. For FCS Southeast, Audric Bush had the interception. There were no sacks. Dwayne Gordon and T.T. Harris Jr. tied for the team lead in tackles for loss with 2 each, and Audric Bush led the team in total tackles with 11. Kicking stats for FCS Southeast, Turner Mills made his only field goal attempt. It was a 20-yarder. He was also 2 of 2 on extra point attempts. For Louisiana Tech, Drew Henderson made his only field goal attempt from 31 yards out. He was 5 of 5 on extra points. Punting for Louisiana Tech, Lexington Matthews had 2 punts for an average of 44 yards per punt. That's horrible in this game. For some reason, people are averaging about 60 yards per punt on the regular here. Ty Minchie for FCS Southeast had 4 punts for an average of 49 yards per punt. So both guys actually realistic punting averages there. Kick returns for FCS Southeast, Kevin King had 5 returns for an average of 17.8 yards per return. For Louisiana Tech, Jalen Mickens had 5 returns for an average of 20.6 yards per return. Punt returns for Louisiana Tech, Dedrick Lachelis had 1 return for 28 yards, and for FCS Southeast, there were no punt returns. Scoring summary, in the first quarter, FCS Southeast got on the board first. They had a 4-yard touchdown run from Earl Wright, 7-0 FCS Southeast at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, FCS Southeast gets a 20-yard field goal from Turner Mills and a 1-yard touchdown run from Zay Diego. I think the interception set up this field goal. No, fumble set up this field goal, and the interception set up this touchdown run, I think. And then Louisiana Tech finally got going. They got a 3-yard touchdown pass from Blake Baker to Marcus Calwise Jr., and then a 48-yard touchdown pass from Baker to Mitch Booth. And it was 17-14 FCS Southeast, narrowly in the lead at halftime. Third quarter, Louisiana Tech takes the lead with an 8-yard touchdown pass from Baker to Dylone Brooks. And it was 21-17 Louisiana Tech going into the fourth quarter. Louisiana Tech then gets a 22-yard touchdown run from Mitch Booth. FCS Southeast gets a 41-yard touchdown run from Rock Johnstone. They go for 2 and don't get it. And Louisiana Tech gets a 6-yard touchdown run from Mitch Booth and a 30-yard field goal from Drew Henderson. That gives you your final score of Louisiana Tech 38, FCS Southeast / Northwestern State 23. So a solid 15-point win in the end for Louisiana Tech, though it didn't always look too promising. But in the end, the Bulldogs get the win to start 2026 off 1-0. Headline from the game says home field advantage. Louisiana Tech Bulldogs are now 1-0 after defeating FCS Southeast at Joe Eilert Stadium. Featured players Mitch Booth for Louisiana Tech and Rock Johnstone for FCS Southeast. See, Louisiana Tech a much better team, ratings-wise, and then there is Louisiana Tech's schedule. Tough one coming up next week as they travel to Baton Rouge to take on the 11th-ranked LSU Tigers. Tough to imagine them walking away with a win there, but you never know. We had Missouri State upset number 8 Texas A&M this week. Next game coming your way here will be FCS Southeast at Arkansas. Get to see an SEC team in their first action of 2026. But from, I'm trying to remember where Louisiana Tech is. Easton, Louisiana? I'm blanking. Let me see if my intro has it here. Please hold. Ruston from Ruston, Louisiana. The Louisiana Tech Bulldogs get the win 38-23 over FCS Southeast / Northwestern State, and we will see you next time.